And so let's go ahead and get after it. We got our butt kicks in place. Remember, we're counting every step as one. So, and on this, elbows locked at 90. Again, you notice I'm in no shoes today. Imagine, think of this like football yoga, if you will, or explosive athlete sports. You gotta take care of your body, so that's what we're doing. So here we go, and we're going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna move my mat out of the way. The next one we got is Frankenstein's in place. Hands parallel with the ground. And we're just kicking the leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Next one's A skips. These are quick skips. The emphasis is on quickness of the foot to the ground. And like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really working on the upper body, staying upright. Next one we got is inchworms. Inchworms, we did this last time. Start, fold down, hands out. Crawl your feet to your hands. And slowly up. Give about a 5 to 10 count on the up. Turn around, go back the other way, down to the ground. And then walk the feet to the hands. Five to 10 count on the way up. Got 2 more of those, guys. Really think about your breathing. Think about the heart rate raising a little bit here. To the ground. Walk them out. Walk the feet to the hands. And slowly up. I like to give a little stretch there on the back end for the shoulders. A little bit more mobilization there. Back down. Walk the hands up. And slowly release. And those are the inchworms. Next up we have is lunge step twist. Just like last time, we're gonna take a forward lunge on this. We're gonna lunge forward. We're gonna maintain a good 90 degree in the elbows. Rotate, rotate, getting the core warmed up. 1. 1. Remember, it's every foot is what we're measuring here. 2. 2, I'll face this way for the next few. Watch out for that mat. So it doesn't slip on me. 3. 3. Maintain good balance, good control through all the movements. 4. And 4. Next one, we have knee hugs, lunge in place, very similar. This time we're gonna hug the knee. Watch out for any lights you might have above your head. I know I have a light literally right above my head right here, so I gotta watch. You can actually pick your knee up off the ground or off the foot, lunge it up, bring it back. Knee up. 1. I like to activate the calf by raising up. 2. And this way for the next few. This way. 3. 4. There you go. Next one is, I forgot lateral lunges. You probably caught that. I didn't. Lateral lunges, we're gonna face forward, on our toes, maintaining, facing the screen or wherever you're looking at. We don't want them like this, we don't want them like this. It's a big thing to work on. Let me actually move the screen here. You can see it all. Here we go. On 3, might have done an extra one here, it's fine. Making sure the chest is upright, stepping to it, trying to keep the body inside the knee, not letting it go outside the knee, and 4. Next one's body weight RDL. This one you're gonna wanna imagine, you have a bar, you could even grab a broom if you wanted to. That would be totally acceptable for this. We're gonna descend to the ground like we have a broom, legs are straight, chest is set, squeeze the core tight, push the weight down, the imaginary weight, and push through the ground. So push through the heels, that's 1. We're gonna go thumbs, I like to go thumbs all the way until you feel it in the hamstring. Up, 2. You should start to really activate the hams and the glutes here. 3. 4. 5. For those of you viewing on Zoom right now, I'll turn this way. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Awesome. And last one's air squat hold. 1 minute of an air squat hold beginning now. As we do this, we really want to focus on pushing the hips back, chest is up, and I'm really working for my chest not to collapse or cave in like that. Hips below knees. I should be able to sit here. If you can't sit here yet, we're working towards the goal to be able to maintain this yoga-like pose. Again, chest is upright. I'll turn a little bit more lateral. So on Zoom you can see. Down 30 more seconds. The shin angle should be slightly more positive. It can extend to the front of the feet. We don't want to be up on our heels. That's the number 1 thing to not be, is up on our heels. Again, really focused on the chest. You need to have your hands out for added benefit here. Challenge yourself for 10 more seconds. 2, 1, up. Good. Oop, wrong button. It's on this one. I think. Sorry, I knew how to do this earlier. There we go. All right, so the next one is a thing called mobilizers. And what mobilizers are a series of movements we do every single day to help us move better. Some of you joined us last week. We used a tennis ball. When we grab a tennis ball, the coach should have the stuff ready. I didn't. Tennis ball. Okay. So we're gonna work on first is the ham smash and floss. And all we're doing is we're literally just sitting on a ball. And we're now going to start ice segment the leg into 3 spots, upper, middle, and lower. I want to have the ball right where it's tight, and we're just gonna constrict everything and tighten, and then relax. You use a softball, you could use your shoe. Worst case scenario, you could use your own fist right in your hammy, constrict it, squeeze it, and then go through. It's a lot easier if you use a ball. Softball, tennis ball, baseball, they all work. Really focusing on a good smash. Squeeze and then relax. We're squeezing and relaxing. I usually go 2 per each spot on the hamstring. So 2 high hamstring, kind of where the glute meets the ham. And I'm gonna put like as much weight as I can into it. Squeeze. And then I'm gonna loosen and relax and find those points of tension we're trying to release. Mobility in the hamstrings is a great way to keep the ACL safe. So for all you athletes that are in part of a sport, squeeze and release. Part of a sport where ACL maintenance is important, I'd be hitting the hamstring every single day with a tennis ball or something. Mid-thigh, mid-hamstring I should say. Squeeze, you can even push down on it if you want. And you squeeze tight and then push into it. Remember, it's the difference between contracting and relaxing. That's what they call smash and floss. The smash is the squeeze, like everything is intense. And then relax. And again, everything being intense, and relax. And we're gonna do that same exact thing now for the calf. This one, you can squeeze. You can also apply pressure by putting your leg on top. This is actually my favorite thing to do. I think there's a ton of benefit to this. And if you want a little extra, you lift yourself up off the ground a bit. And just find the spots on the calf. If you've been working out the last 2 days doing this program, you're sore. You certainly should be. It's one of those home programs where you'll be as sore as you want to be. Just find those hot spots and then just sit right into it. You can move around the ball a little bit, but I suggest finding what really needs work for you today and get that done. Right down the outside for me is on the outside of the calf is where I need it the most, for sure. I'm just squeezing into that. And then I try to relax. You can also move your ankle up and down, and that creates that floss that we were talking about. Flip your calves. Again, today's imagine today like a yoga session. We're not getting crazy with the intensity of the workload today. We're gonna do things to make you a safe athlete. I hope you feel good at the end of it. You should just feel ready to go. This would be a great pre-game routine, almost. There will be some work I wouldn't do on pre-game, but again, for the most part, everything here is something that you can do daily. All right, so the last one's the feet. Least maintenance thing on our body is often our feet. So let's go ahead and hit our feet. Tennis ball is what I'm using today. Again, I'll probably use a baseball tomorrow, or actually not lifting tomorrow or Friday. We'll be back Monday at a normal time. We'll talk about that a little later. And what I'm doing here is I'm just pushing through and finding hot spots in my feet, just like I did with my calf. Standing on a ball, finding what needs it. This really is breaking up what they call the plantar fascia, the foot fascia, and it's these bands of muscles that get knotted up and lead to tendonitis-like feeling called plantar fasciitis. You might have heard of it. So if you want to prevent plantar fasciitis, make sure you switch. Get on a tennis ball or anything. There's so many objects you can use. You could stand on a broom and do this. Anything that you can just stand on. I don't want to make it too simple, but it is. It is that simple. I usually need it right where my heel connects to my midfoot. All right, sweet. We're now into pigeon, which is an actual yoga pose. I have a yoga mat here today, so that's going to be really helpful to us as we work through this. So on my pigeon, what I want to do is I want to do everything I can to get my knee at a parallel line to the front edge of my mat, perpendicular to the edge. And I just want to work through this. This might be as deep as you go today, okay? But we want to maintain. I like to get upright a little bit. Some people like to go over the top, fold into it, and that's fine if you feel like this is something you can do. It's not something you have to do. One hip is going to be tighter than the other. We should be in this now for another 20 seconds. And kind of moving through it. So everything we do here is all based on your breath. When I say moving, you're breathing in and breathing out, and as you breathe in, you're sinking, or as you breathe out, you're sinking deeper into your stretches. So I breathe in, and I breathe out. And with that breathe out, I sink deeper. I'm gonna slowly unwind out of this. I don't wanna hurt myself. You can hurt yourself if you move a little too fast through this. So be cognizant of that. Again, shin parallel or perpendicular with this edge, whichever way you wanna look at it. What we want to avoid is a super bent knee. We don't want this. That's not what we want. We want to really work this leg. You might have a slippery floor like I do. I should have a towel underneath me. Again, if you don't have a yoga mat, a blanket, a carpet, just anything that's comfortable. It doesn't have to be a yoga mat, but it helps if you have something like that. Target for a few bucks. But again, I used a blanket last time we did this. Really working through that hip. And we're here for another 10 seconds. And slowly up. Awesome. Next one's rear foot elevated. This one you need a couch or a bench, okay? So I got a couch right here, a piece of one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna really focus on my upper body being upright. I don't wanna be tilted back. I don't want to be tilted forward. I'm gonna have my knee, I'm gonna use my mat or blanket, whatever I have, put it on the ground. I'm gonna put it next to the couch. I'm gonna put my right foot forward. I'm gonna work on, oh, my dog's ready to go, he saw the ball. I'm gonna work on my upper body being upright. It's hard to see from this angle. What I don't wanna be is pulled back. I don't wanna be bent back like that. I wanna be nice and upright. My pose, and we can just, if you squeeze the glutes here, you're gonna feel it in the quad, front quad. You'll definitely feel this stretch. It's a great way to mobilize the front half of your leg. We actually mobilize the front half of the leg a lot, but this is a great way to get deep in there. Another 5 seconds with the left leg. Squeezing and relax. All right, we got some more people joining us. Fantastic. We got Aiden. What's up, homie? Good to see Aiden today. All right, next one. We're going rear foot elevated. Just flipping the feet. Again, upper body upright. You can use a couch, you can use a box. You could stand and do a good old-fashioned quad stretch. This just gets deeper, and you don't have to worry about balancing or falling over. So that's why I like this one. And again, you know, it put yoga after on the screen. We're gonna talk about that a little bit more. But today is a recovery day because Monday, Tuesday, if we follow the schedule, we're pretty beat up. Those are 2 really hard days. And so we're on the schedule. Let's see. Let's go ahead. And next lift, or let's begin actually. All right, so we got his hips. So today is all about mobilizing the hips and getting these ready to go. If you play football, you can't have hurt hips. Old football players have bad hips. We're gonna fix that. We're not gonna let that happen to us. I'm gonna have a great hip. So we're gonna work through this sequence of hip movements. I'm actually gonna slide my mat out of the way here for a moment. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna do Spider-Mans. We're gonna do Spider-Mans leading with each arm. 10 each arm. So we're gonna be like this, and we're gonna crawl like Spider-Man. And as we do, we're gonna drop, and then we're gonna return. So that's my right arm leading, left arm leading, and you can crawl it out a few steps. Again, all this is about doing this in a 10 foot by 10 foot box. So maybe crawl 2-3 Spider-Mans and turn around. We don't want you guys to take up too much room, all right? So I'm crawling like a Spider-Man. I'm down. That'd be 2 for me. You can even do a reverse Spider-Man. And this is upper body just as much as it is hips as well. So that'd be like 4 for me so far. 1, 2, 3, going backwards, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm somewhere like 8. Tough one to do, but the most important thing you can do is get to this position here, where knee to elbow, dip that shoulder, and then bring it back and then the other way. Spider-Man, so got 10 of those. Next one's fire hydrants. You want your mat or your carpet. This one will just hurt if you're on a normal hard floor. I'm gonna be a good tabletop position, and all I'm gonna do, without twisting my upper body, I'm just gonna lift my leg straight to the sky. It's called fire hydrants. You can imagine why. If you do this right, you're gonna feel this through your lower back. 2, 3, pushing through the ground, through your hands. You should have 10 of these. These ones you're gonna feel, especially at the end of this whole cycle of these. Then we'll go to the left leg, all right? Notice I tilted a little bit there. I wanna maintain a flatter back, tighter core. And when we do these, I'll mute your guys' microphone, turn on tunes, get it loud, get it crazy. Have your family that you're socially distanced from, like be close to those guys. The next one we got is fire hydrants with the karate kick. Okay, now it starts a little challenging. Fire hydrant, karate kick. 1. Notice I had a twist there. That's not good. I gotta keep my core tighter. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Other side. 1. Make sure you don't kick anybody like your dog. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Let those hips relax for a second. Those are not easy. You probably notice yourself wanting to tilt. The more you can control, the better those are for you. That pace I was doing is good. You can kick with a little more force, especially maybe if you're a force athlete. If I was an MMA trainer, I might kick with a little bit more force in that one. Next one is fire hydrants with a circle. So we're gonna go out, away, and through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Then now the other way. The other leg. Remember, you're going up through the arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you are in any sport where ACLs are an issue, this should be a must. Basketball, volleyball, football. You should be doing this every day. I see this whole break that we have, the Corona stuff. What a great opportunity for us to stay safer when our sports kick back up. Last one's leg lifts. This is our core for today. And I'll face this way so you can see. I'm on my back, feet. I'm just trying to touch the ceiling with my heels. Okay, so here we go. Got 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Nice little core activation. coming down to it. Oh, we got somebody else on board. We got Coach Garcia in the house. What up, Coach? Coach is rocking and rolling. Coach is on the exercise bike.
But I'll be on my bike.
Beautiful. Good to have you, Coach. All right, so the next one we have is a full can. Now, full can, you can grab a book. I didn't bring any books today intentionally. I wanted to do this with no exercise equipment at all, where you guys could just join in. You could literally get a can, just anything, nothing more than 10 pounds. If you get a weight in your hand, nothing more than 10 pounds. So here's the movement for full can. We're gonna start, if we're grabbing something, down in our hips. If not, it is totally fine to do this with no weight, okay? So we're gonna go up in a big circle, like we're driving the biggest steering wheel in the world, and then all the way back down. That's one. We're gonna do this 10 times. What we're working on right now is taking care of our rotator cuff, which gets all sorts of twisted in all sorts of different sports we do. And so whether it's football, whether you're a baseball player, volleyball player, whatever it happens to be, basketball, swimmer, if you are doing anything where your arms lift over your head, this dynamic range of motion should be part of your cool down or your, like I said, your yoga day, which is today for us, we call it mobilizing. Cool. Next one is scat push-up. Now on scat push-up, I'm gonna do it looks kind of like a bad push-up. My arms are never gonna bend. My back is gonna get real rounded, and then I'm gonna sink and try to get my shoulder blades to touch each other. And that's the goal on these. We're building up the muscles surrounding the scapula, which gives us shoulder stabilization, so we don't pop our shoulder out when we run into somebody really hard. So it looks like this, really rounded back, all the way shoulder blades together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're gonna do 3 more rounds of those. Oh wait, no, sorry, wall angel. So the next one, you need a wall. If you don't have a wall, you could totally use the ground. I'm gonna use the ground today just because of the setup we have today. I'll use a wall when we get back to this next week. But this is what this looks like. I'm basically gonna make a snow angel. My dog's in the way, but that's okay. I'm basically gonna make a snow angel and make sure my wrist and arm stay attached to the ground the whole time. So I'm locked at 90 degrees. I'm all the way down. See this way over for my dog. I'm gonna go all the way over my head. Now you can do this standing up, is much more challenging. But this is another great mobilizer for the shoulder blades and scapula. I just went through elbow surgery this last year, and this is one of the main parts of my rehab, was focusing on these wall angels. If you got a watch, there's a good chance your watch will drag, so if you're doing it on the ground or even on the wall. And then if you have homemade bracelet from Rowan, that I'm rocking right here, that might be other guy too. All right, sweet. So we got 3 more cycles of that, back into the full cans. Again, if you have something, grab it. If not, you're making that big circle. Remember, it's not side like this, it's out in front. Big circle. Like the biggest steering wheel you can possibly imagine. I said that was gonna happen at some point over the course of the workouts I just did. It's not my thing. And we're just really making sure that our shoulders are mobilized. Let's see here. So, the next one is scap push-ups. Here we go. Back to wall angels, or floor angels, if the case may be. All right, back into full cans. And the pace should be kind of quick. Your movement should be controlled. You should never get tired. This is not about getting tired today. This is not a hard day in that sense. It's a hard mental day. Can you do these movements with as much range of motion as possible? Can you do it with a good tight core? Good posture for the things that require good posture. Can you count to 10? Which I have lost count a few times, so. All right, back to scat push-ups, round 3 here. Good. And then I'm gonna show you a modification for wall angel. Again, we're doing floor angels, but these ones are called prisoners. Basically, I'm gonna lay on my stomach, and I'm gonna interlock my fingers behind my back. Same movement, same application, another way of getting it done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Last round. You did those ones definitely more challenging than the angels. All right, last round. Grab that book, grab that thing. Just for kicks and giggles, I'm gonna use pillows. I got some of the family couch pillows. Make sure I don't hit that light. I know I will. And I'm just working. They're less than 10 pounds. Big circle. It looks silly, but the pillows actually do a good job of forcing you to maintain control. Because there's a lot of motion in them that makes you want to lose core tightness. It's actually really hard to do. Like I just discovered something I really like. All right, next week I'm doing pillows for my full cans. Those are awesome. Back to scat push-ups. 10 of them. Last round. Yeah. And then I'm gonna do those prisoners again, because those were way more challenging than the floor angels. A wall angel, again, would be just up against the wall, doing this motion here, which is incredibly challenging. But those prisoners are really good to do too. Sorry, I keep hitting my dog. 3, 4. And that is it. I actually did 3 rounds of those, 4 rounds of those. So today, when we talk about cardio, you can go and stretch out a little bit here. That's really the workout today. That's all it is. It's a short workout. It was meant to recover you from the last 2 days. It's been hard, especially the 50 burpees yesterday. You should be feeling those. On your own, stay active from 10 to 15 minutes. That could be the bike. That could be jogging in place. I had a buddy on Facebook. He did a 5K in his house. It's hilarious. It's really funny because his house is not very big. And he recorded that, but he was moving for those 10 to 15 minutes. And then I don't think you need yoga today as much. You just mobilize really well. But if you're gonna do it, better start today than never. And so one of my favorite YouTube stations is Yoga with Adriene. She does a really good job of telling you what you're working on, what it's good for. It's a high quality product. It's free. and there's lots of stuff there. So yoga with Adrian is a great thing to get into as we go from there for yoga. So last thing I'll leave you guys with, starting on Monday, school starts, and so our actual work hours, or our class hours, if you're a gym student, are 9 to 10. So we're gonna be live 9 to 10, but our goal is to have this workout video uploaded to YouTube by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because some of you guys have gotten used to this 2 o'clock time slot. So if you want the live experience, it's gonna be 9 to 10 in the studio that I'm building in my garage to make this thing a workout and be better than P90X. Just watch out. But we're just trying to stay connected. I would love to talk to you guys. If you happen to be in my classes, if you're a football player, 9 to 10, before and after, jump online. I'll leave the microphones open before we start on those days. We'll chat, we'll communicate, we'll connect, and that'll be every single day. So, with all that said, I'd just like to thank you guys for joining another day. It was about 41 minutes of work today. Oh, by the way, for those of you who missed last day, talking about pouring routine, I think it's super important that you guys make a routine that you follow. So we did a little schedule for my daughter there, where we put drew little things. If you don't have a schedule, man, this is gonna be so hard for you. Get some type of routine, even if it's just not leaving your house. Arlo, come here, say hi. Come here, come here. My little boy just woke up from nap. He's ready to go, I think. He's looking at me like he don't know what's up. Come here, here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Yeah, buddy. So, someday you guys will be as big and tough as Arlo is. Otherwise, thank you again. Love you all. Peace out. One Eagle as always.